Right. So we're going to get started with today's lunchtime meditation. So go ahead and find your comfortable seated position. And for those of you who are new to me and my practice, my name is Caitlyn. I'm the owner of Energy Healing with Caitlyn over in Gainesville, Florida. I facilitate this weekly free meditation. You can join me live online or catch the recordings. I also have additional meditation recordings on my website and also on Insight Timer if you use the Insight Timer app. So this meditation practice is meant to be for beginners or meditators of all levels. So just notice what happens throughout your practice today. I like to say there's no wrong way to meditate as long as you're giving it a shot. And each week we explore a different style of meditation. So I invite you to see which styles work best for you and then incorporate more of those into your personal practice. Okay, so we're going to begin by finding a comfortable seated position and letting the eyes either gently close or letting the gaze soften. Taking a few deep breaths here. And just giving yourself some time to settle into your body, to settle into your mind. Today's practice incorporates a lot of inspiration from yoga. A lot of folks think of yoga as an exercise practice, but it's so much more than physical fitness. Yoga facilitates awareness of the physical body. It involves checking in with our muscles, with our joints, and being fully present within your body. Maybe when I mentioned being fully present in your body and aware of sensations, you might have noticed a particular area where you're tight or achy, or somewhere in your body that feels particularly good today. Throughout this practice, we're going to move through the body, just noticing what you notice. As we begin at the head, I invite you to unclench your jaw, soften the space between your eyebrows, and let your tongue be loose in your mouth. Are there any other muscles in your face that feel tight? What would it feel like to loosen and soften. The muscles around your eyes, behind your ears, and around your mouth. We're going to do a little bit of movement. And I invite you to just be curious about how it feels in your body. We aren't moving for fitness, but to explore the sensations within our physical body. Slowly turn your head towards the left, noticing how far your neck would like to go today. And whenever you get to your version of this stretch, take a few breaths. Let your right shoulder relax a little bit more. Breathing and noticing. Do you feel this through your jaw, the front of your neck, in your shoulder, across the front of your chest, or somewhere else? Slowly bring your head back through center and then turn towards the right side. Knowing that this side does not need to look the same as the other side. Maybe there's more tightness on this side, or maybe you can go a little further. Again, noticing where you feel the sensation along your jaw, your neck, your shoulder. Slowly bring your head back to center. And then pause for a moment and notice either side of your neck. Do both sides feel the same? How would you label or describe the sensations that you're feeling? On your next inhale, shrug your shoulders up towards your ears. And exhale, release them back down. Inhale, lift your shoulders, maybe lengthening through your spine, getting a little taller. And exhale, release your shoulders down. 2 more just like that, shrugging the shoulders up, lengthening, and maybe rolling your shoulders back and down. And 1 more as we lengthen, lift, create space. Now check in with your back and shoulders, noticing how they feel after that bit of movement. Are you sitting in the best position for yourself? Do you need a little adjustment? Taking a few deep breaths here to continue this process of checking in with the physical body. The hips tend to be an area where we hold a lot of tension. They are the next step on our journey of curiosity. Whether you're seated on the floor or in a chair, I invite you to sway your torso from side to side, checking in with your hips, moving slowly here. Where do you feel tugging and resistance? What feels good and what is past your limit today? From here, we're actually going to do some circles. So now moving your torso in a circle, noticing how that feels different than the back and forth. Do you feel any crunches or little pops? Is one of your hips tighter than the other? Just notice. Reverse direction. Noticing if changing direction changes the sensations. just being aware. And then when you're ready, find stillness. Checking in with your hips now, noticing if the sensations have changed. If you're still clenching or holding tension in your hips, perhaps your next exhale can help you soften just 5%. Just letting go a little bit. When was the last time you noticed all the muscles in your legs? I invite you now to clench and release your thighs, your calves, just finding some movement here. Noticing what it feels like to tighten those muscles and then to let them go. Taking a few more clench and releases, and then finding stillness. Now that you've brought your focus to the legs, are there any sensations here for you to become aware of? Bringing our focus now all the way down to the feet. Whether you're seated on a chair or on the floor, notice what your feet are making contact with. Is there pressure against the soles of the feet, the sides of the feet? Does it feel good to wiggle the toes a bit, bringing a little bit of movement and continuing that awareness? Checking in with your feet. Perhaps noticing the texture of the floor beneath you, or the sensation of your socks or shoes against your feet. Just being aware here of whatever you're meant to notice in this moment. Taking 3 to 5 deep breaths. As you inhale, letting the air move all the way through your body. And exhale completely. Noticing if breathing deeply invites more sensation. If there's something that you notice now that you hadn't noticed before. Taking a few more breaths here. Perhaps gently blinking your eyes open. Maybe finding some movement in your hands. Maybe a stretch if that feels good. And end by bringing your palms together at the center of your chest. Bringing the hands to prayer, we center the mind. We center the body. We reflect with gratitude on whatever came up during our practice today. Thank you so much for joining me today for meditation and making time for you. I invite you to take a few moments now and mark your calendar for next week's meditation. You can either register on my website, Facebook, or Meetup. And if you enjoyed this meditation, tips and donations are appreciated, but of course never expected. And the link will be either in the description if you're watching the recording or in the chat box now. Thank you so much.